So I'm here in Phuket, Thailand, in this amazing villa, and I wanted to make a video today talking about how to make $10 million dropshipping. Now, if you're familiar with dropshipping, you know that this is a very bold claim. Dropshipping is filled with low profit margins, scammy courses, payment processor issues, ad account issues, low quality products, and very long shipping times. But I want to highlight in this video that those are problems from the past. If you're following the dropshipping model of 2016, then yes, those are going to be some problems for you. But in this video today, I wanted to show how you can get rid of all of those problems and create a real brand. The dropshipping and e-commerce space is a very fast-moving industry. It's a revolving door of opportunity. What worked yesterday might not work today, but there's always new opportunities and ways that you can make a ton of money. You just need to make sure that you're utilizing the correct frameworks, and that's what we're going to be going over today. The key word with everything I'm about to go over is branding. It's essentially the main difference between these six-figure guys and these huge 7- and 8-figure e-commerce gurus. All these six-figure entrepreneurs are simply stopping at dropshipping, when the name of the game is actually creating an e-commerce brand where you're purchasing wholesale inventory, customizing your products, making high quality, meaningful, and very useful content around your brand, utilizing UGC content creators, influencers, marketing teams, virtual assistants, and the whole 9 yards. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys that exact framework, teaching you exactly how to start with dropshipping and then transition yourself into that full-fledged 8-figure e-commerce brand. The framework we're going to go over is going to consist of around 8 steps, and the first thing is your product. Your product is essentially the foundation of the skyscraper that's going to be your brand. Not all products are going to be able to take you to the 7- and 8-figure range, so it's really important that your product follows this exact criteria. The first thing is a wow factor. Your product does need to have a wow factor. It helps out a lot, but it's not as important as a lot of these gurus make you think it is. Essentially, there's a big asset when your product is something that no one's ever seen before and they don't think that they can easily go grab it on Amazon. It does help you a lot, and it is going to help you long-term building a product that has a wow factor because it's going to grab attention on TikTok, and that's the main place we're going to start with all of this. The second thing your product needs is a sales price of $40 at minimum. If your product sells for like $20, you're not going to have enough margin, you're not going to have enough revenue coming in to really build out this brand and have a ton of potential to reinvest and go long term. Number 3, if you can source this product for $10 and sell it for $40, having a really high profit margin is going to help you long term with your paid advertisements and again, just having enough money to reinvest. Which brings us to number 4 is if your product has a high perceived value, it's going to be way easier to convince people to purchase it at $40. Some examples of products with high perceived values are watches and shoes. Everyone thinks watches cost a couple $100s, if not thousands, like Rolexes, but you can get watches on AliExpress for around $2, $3, sometimes $10, $20. And they're surprisingly high quality. And the exact same goes for shoes. You can get shoes for like $3, $4, $5, sometimes $10, $20, and they can be a perceived value of $100 or even $200 because of brands like Adidas and Nike. Next, number 5, if your product solves a pain point or solves a problem for someone, that's going to help your marketing and going to help your branding long term, your sales, and just overall everything. Next up, number 6, if your product is used daily by the customer, again, it's going to be way easier to convince them to purchase it because it's going to solve a problem for them and they're going to get to use the benefits of that product every single day. Next up, number 7, if your product is very small or lightweight, that's going to help you a ton long term with shipping costs. So that's a big one on my criteria list. Number 8, if your product is used by a specific community, something that people are really passionate about. For example, if you're creating a hiking website and you're selling hiking boots, hiking is a community that people are very passionate about. So if you can tap into a community of people that are very passionate about the thing that you're selling and the website and the brand that you're building, that is going to be one of the most key factors when it comes to going from 6 figures with a dropshipping store compared to 7 and 8 figures with a brand that sells a niche product to a community that's very passionate about it. So that one is huge. Number 9, I advise to stay away from electronics or things that are fragile or things that are ingested in the body, like supplements and stuff like that. Especially when you're starting off as dropshipping, a lot of the suppliers can be really high quality, but you don't want to have a ton of chargebacks or a ton of legal issues with things breaking or things being ingested and causing harmful effects to someone. And the last one, number 10, this is very important. You need an evergreen product, something that is going to sell all year round. It doesn't matter if it's summer, it doesn't matter if it's winter. Everyone is going to need your product any time of the year. That is super crucial, and you're not going to be able to build a 7 or 8 figure brand selling a product that's only for summer in the winter. You're just not going to be able to build up that long-term effect. You're not going to be able to build up large amounts of revenue and capital consistently to be able to invest in building teams and actually going from a dropshipping store into a real seven-figure brand. So now that you know what type of product to look for, it's really important to figure out how to find these products. Ultimately, there's like an endless list of possible ways to find these products, but here's some good ones that I use. The first one is literally just checking AliExpress's homepage and going through different products, seeing ones that have high sales, high reviews, and then scrolling to the bottom, checking the related products and seeing what else is being recommended to me by AliExpress, because they want me to buy products, so they're gonna show me high quality products. They're also getting a ton of sales with really high quality reviews. Next is a really strong one, and this is what I really recommend to everyone, is go look up hashtags like TikTok made me buy it or Amazon finds, and go through these viral videos searching for ones that have a ton of views, that are getting a lot of interactions, because this shows you products that have potential for you to create brands around. Next, you can check Facebook ads, and this is gonna be the exact same thing as TikTok, is just searching for cool videos of cool products and thinking if it follows your criteria, and thinking of, can I make cool videos like this? Can I build a brand around this product and really make something cool for a community who cares about it? You can also check Google Shopping and just put in big keywords that you can find on Google Trends and exploding topics. The theory behind using Google Trends and exploding topics is basically finding the demand first and then finding a product that can supply that demand that's already existing. Once you find different topics or different products that are kind of trending, you can go on Google Shopping to look up products like this using the certain criteria that you found on the Google Trends. Basically, when you find a topic that's trending on Google Trends or is trending on exploding topics, you can go search for that exact keyword on Google Shopping and go find products related. Then once you find a product, it's really important to find a trustworthy 3PL, reach out to them and get a quote on the product. These guys are gonna be able to do 7 to 12 day shipping, and they're gonna also quality test the product to make sure it's something that's high quality that the customer's actually gonna like. Overall, there's a ton of 3PL companies, and I'm not gonna share the ones I use because I keep that for my students specifically. Most 3PL companies are gonna require that you get around 10, 15, 20, 25 orders a day before they'll work with you, and I have 3PL companies that work with people instantly, so that's why I need to save that relationship just for my students. The next topic I'm going over is branding, and this is one of the most crucial things. Once you find a product that fits this criteria, it's insanely important to create an amazing brand around it. Think of brands like Gucci, Rolex, Nike, Mercedes. These brands don't really sell products, they sell emotions, they sell community, they sell status. It's not just about the product itself. When you purchase a product from these brands, you're also becoming a part of a community of other people who also buy these products. It's kind of like a status symbol. So it's really important to have these aspects to your brand as well. And it's gonna take a long term to build up to being like a Nike level brand and having that kind of community effect where someone can see the logo and be like, oh, that guy's similar to me because he likes that brand, or he buys these products as well. That's something that obviously comes long term, but it's something that we can start curating in our brand from day one. And it's really important to start this journey with that end goal in mind, so every action we take is pointed directly towards that 7 and 8 figure route that we're trying to go on. Truly, this is the secret sauce or the key that opens up all the doors that everyone doesn't really talk about, is to transition from a 6-figure little dropshipping store into a full-blown brand that's actually thinking of these things, that's actually trying to go for the long-term effect, that's finding other products that match with this product and upselling them, and working with high-level influencers and making custom content that sells an emotion to people. If you watch advertisements of Nike or advertisements of Rolex or Mercedes or these high-end brands, they're not talking about the product and its features. They're showcasing someone that purchased the product and the emotions they're feeling. They're showing the level of people that purchased the product, the status, the emotion, and you can really see it if you start studying these other brands. Go look up Apple, go look up Nike advertisements, and really start taking notes and apply this to your dropshipping store. Dropshipping is just a form of fulfillment. It's just a way of getting a product to a person. What you're actually doing is e-commerce. And even though we're dropshipping at the start, we're quickly going to transition away from that and start ordering these products in wholesale inventory, customizing them, making the products better, and all of that fun stuff. So you really need to make sure when you find that product that you can picture this 7 and 8 figure skyscraper that you would build on the foundation of the product. When you start focusing on actions like this, you're gonna be getting customers and not sales. You're gonna start finding people that repeat purchase from your store. They're gonna be long-term customers that like the brand, they like the community, they like the content that you make, and they'll purchase any products you sell because of that. Think of brands like Supreme. They sell a brick, they sell a fire extinguisher, coffee tables, scooters. They sell almost everything because it's not about the product, it's about the community, it's about the brand. Something you really need to think of when you're positioning long-term with your brand is thinking of how can I get one customer to purchase multiple items. We want people to have a high average order value and a high lifetime value with our customers. We want our customers to have a high AOV, or an average order value, meaning they purchase a lot of products. We also want our customers to have what's called a high LTV, or a lifetime value. This means over the lifetime of the customer, they purchase multiple products, and what's the value of how many products they purchase over the lifetime of being a customer. For an example, Starbucks has a lifetime value of around $13,000 per customer. And the biggest thing that I can say when it comes to branding is content. People are only gonna think you're a high quality brand if you create high quality content. So content is absolutely everything. It's the way of portraying the message, the emotion behind your brand. And if your content sucks, your brand sucks. So keep that in mind. So once you have a really solid idea of the product you're gonna sell, the brand you're gonna create around it, it's important to go find that product on Amazon, order it to your house so you can start making cool TikTok videos with it. You're basically gonna be posting these short form videos on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, and essentially anywhere you can post them organically. You wanna start building out accounts, growing followings, and getting some exposure out there through organic. If you're stuck on what type of videos to make, go look up your product on TikTok, go look up your product on YouTube Shorts, go look it up on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and start finding videos that are already created around this product, or a product that's similar to it. Once you find a big list of all these videos that do good, you can literally just remake them frame for frame with a different background, and now they're your videos. And hopefully if these other ones went viral, maybe you can make a better hook, maybe you can make some sort of improvement to it to make it go even more viral, getting a ton of free exposure for your brand. You can also start sending this product to your friends to have them get videos for you. You can even just go on these social media platforms and search up hashtag UGC creator and find accounts that are posting videos like that and DM them asking for the price to make a video for your product. So now that you have some content built up, and this is really important, you need a ton of content built up, it's time to start building your website. I really like the Debutify theme, and I actually do purchase the enterprise version of it, which is like 100 something a month, but it gives you a ton of apps integrated in Debutify that you would have had to purchase anyway and organize them and set them all up. So it's nice having it all in one theme and really keeping everything concise and streamlined. It's honestly worth the money, and it's gonna help your conversions on your website. I also use Luke's reviews. This is like 30 bucks a month, which again is kind of pricey, but it's the easiest and most seamless way to get reviews in, and it's honestly worth the money because I don't like the headache of trying to get reviews onto my store. When you're designing your website, really make it basic, make it trustworthy. Don't have all these pop-ups for sales, don't have all these trust badges, because that's what dropshippers do. We're not trying to be a dropshipper, we're trying to make an Apple level brand and Nike level brand, so go check out their websites. You'll be surprised how simple they are. They have high quality images, they have concise descriptions with some content showing the product in use. That's basically it. So go study these big brands and make websites like them. Also, another key tip is when you're making your video ads, use the same videos and content and pictures on your website. A lot of people will make these really cool ads and then you go click their website and then it's AliExpress pictures. There's some Asian in a manufacturing center holding the product, showcasing it in a video, and it doesn't really communicate trust when you're creating a video of you in your house in America, and then you go to the website and all the product images and videos are of someone in China. You want to have a uniform feel around everything, and a good company that's doing this is Golf Daddy. Their videos on TikTok are amazing, and then you go to their website and it's the exact same vibe. It's the exact same aesthetic. They're not using these crappy images, and overall, these guys got started dropshipping. They made the product better, they improved it, they ordered it in wholesale, they got the logo put on it, they started making more amazing content, they hired influencers and all that stuff. So those guys use the framework I'm talking about, and there are countless of other companies that are using this framework as well. Manscaped is one of them, BlendJet, Movement Watches, Fashion Nova, the Oodie, Snow Teeth Whitening, Smile Direct Club. There's basically a list of thousands of companies that have got started dropshipping and are now worth 7 or 8 figures because they stepped away from the dropshipping framework and made real brands. Also, something really important, anytime someone adds your product to cart on your website, you want to upsell them with another product that goes with that first product very well. And you want to give them a deal for buying both of them at the same time. And if you can't find a product that goes well with the first product you're selling, you can just upsell them a lifetime warranty for like $8. But this is going to help your average order value and make your customers spend more money each transaction, which long term is going to help make you millions. So now that you've been making a ton of content and posting it on all these different platforms, you can see what's starting to work and what's starting to not work. You obviously want to keep doubling down on whatever videos and hooks and different styles of content that you're making. You want to double down on those and kill off anything that doesn't work. But the most important thing is you want to grab your most viral videos on TikTok and run them as Spark Post ads on TikTok's paid advertising platform. You basically go onto the TikTok ad platform and connect your TikTok account to your advertising account, and then hit a little button that says Spark Post ad, and that's going to grab the video off your organic page and use it as the paid advertisement. So you can really start scaling up these videos, and then when someone goes to your page, they're going to see that all of your videos have a ton of views, and it really establishes a lot of credibility with your brand. Because every time you pay for a view or you pay for impressions and interactions on your video, it's going to showcase on your actual TikTok account itself instead of this ad that's just kind of floating around in space. When you're running your ads, you basically don't want to do too much with targeting. You want to do a $20 daily budget. And I honestly start off with around 3 to 4 ad sets with no targeting, all of them set at $20 a day. And I just want to see how that performs with my top videos that did good on organic. When things start to work, you duplicate the ad groups, making more of them. And if that still works, then you want to start duplicating and raising the budgets. You can also test other things like different interests, different hashtags, or how people interacted with videos based on what you think is good. But honestly, you kind of just want to test everything with TikTok. Everyone says they have all these frameworks that work, and there definitely is some strategies that work, but the main thing is just trying everything. TikTok is going to be the only thing that can tell you if something works or if it doesn't work. So don't be scared to spend money, don't shy away from it, because that's the only way you're going to make huge amounts of money. The main thing when it comes to being successful on advertising is your content. It's not really following some secret method on targeting. It's basically just dependent on having a very good video ad. If your video content is really high quality, that's going to make you have a winning advertisement, not some secret form of targeting. So really focus on having a ton of content to test and really making some high quality videos with good hooks that actually build interest and are fun and entertaining. When someone sees that it's an ad and they know it's an ad instantly, they just swipe away. So you want to make it feel like an organic TikTok video. You want to make sure it's super high quality, and you want to have a ton of those videos that you can test on paid ads. Once you're seeing success with your Spark Post ads and your organic videos, you really need to start scaling out how much UGC creators you work with and how much influencers you work with, slowly scaling up to higher level influencers. So just the fact of having them in your video is marketing itself, and they post it on their organic account, so that gets a ton of views, and then you can also use it as a Spark Post ad for yourself. This is the key that's going to unlock 7 figures, scaling up your content. It's not some secret with advertising, like I said before. It's all about your content, how much of it you have, and how high level the content is. How much of a story you tell with it, how much emotion it brings, how good the hook is. But one of the overall biggest things is just having a huge amount of this content so you constantly can cycle it into TikTok, cycle it into YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads. That's going to be the main factor that gets you to 7 and 8 figures. So once you crack the code of what's working on TikTok, what video ads are actually getting sales and what forms of targeting, you can bring that over to Facebook. You can bring that over to Google and YouTube and really start building out a huge amount of sales on all of these different platforms. At this point, you're going to be making a ton of money, and it's really important to hire a marketing agency to outsource the work and have them do probably better than what you were doing currently. You could still manage the TikTok ads if you're doing really good, but I think it's very important to have a Google Ads team that also knows how to crush it on YouTube, and a team that really knows how to crush it on Facebook and Instagram. You can also scale out to things like Pinterest and Snapchat, but Facebook and Instagram, Google and YouTube are definitely the top priorities once you're already crushing it on TikTok. Once you have advertising outsourced, you have content creation outsourced with UGC and influencers, your main focus is going to be on branding, and this is where you're going to start transitioning into a real company that has that wholesale inventory, is customizing the product and actually improving the product. So you can see the reviews on your store, you can see reviews on Amazon of other people selling this product and see what problems people have with the product and make the product better. Put your own logo on it, start ordering it in wholesale, and now you're gonna be getting it for way cheaper. When you're selling a product drop shipping, let's say your cost is $10 and you're selling it for $40, you have a really high margin there. But when you start ordering in wholesale inventory, you can start getting that product for like $2, $3. So now you're making huge amounts of money. And that's where we're gonna unlock those huge margins to start working with those influencers, to start working with high-level UGC creators and hiring marketing agencies and really scaling out. Another thing you're gonna wanna do is hire someone to do email and SMS marketing. You can find agencies like this that do really good. And you also really wanna crush it on retargeting on all the platforms you're advertising on. The last person you need to hire is a virtual assistant to handle all the customer service and basically any grunt work that you don't wanna do. When you start getting to this level of branding, word of mouth is gonna start taking off. These other advertising platforms are gonna start really taking off, and the overall amount of money that you make each day is going to explode, especially if you work with high-level influencers. Let's say you had a post with someone that has 10 million followers. That day, you could see 40,000 in sales, 30,000 in sales from one advertisement. Meanwhile, you're also advertising on Google, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and you can really see how this all starts to build out into a ton of sales. When it comes to ordering your product in wholesale and customizing it and doing all that stuff, you definitely want to find those people on Alibaba. Then use companies like ShipBob to send all the product to them. They're a 3PL that works out of the United States, and they can send your product to people within the United States with like 2 to 5 day shipping. When you're creating that real brand, you really need the fast shipping time, so make sure you do stuff like that. You don't want to order like 10,000 of your products and send it to your house and start hiring all your friends to ship it out. You definitely can do that, but that's a big grind, and you can also run into a lot of issues with logistics of missing orders, returns, and stuff like that. Now that you've created this foundation with your brand, all you can really do is hire better talent, hire better marketing agencies, hire better content creators, hire better influencers to work with you. And you basically are just gonna be someone that works on the brand and not someone that works in the brand. You're gonna be dictating content creation. You're gonna be dictating the overall emotion and feel that comes in with your brand, and everyone else is gonna be doing all the advertising and fulfillment for you. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys are still thinking that dropshipping is in that kind of 2016 framework, this is definitely gonna be something that teaches you a lot. And ultimately, I wanna make this video because no one really talks about that framework. Nobody really talks about the massive potential behind e-commerce. We don't wanna be dropshippers. We just wanna use dropshipping as a tool to test a product, to test a brand, and then once it works, we wanna put fuel on the fire and start scaling it up and making a real company. Ultimately, if you guys wanna learn more, I have a free Discord in the link below, filled with people that are equipped with this exact information, and all of us are going to be trying to tackle this journey of creating a 7 and 8 figure dropshipping store, turning it into an e-commerce brand, and we'll share our journey together. Ultimately, I made this video free because I want you guys to learn the actual framework behind dropshipping, and if you want to learn more, come join me in the free Discord and ask me some questions. Peace.